Alright, yeah, and welcome back to some more Magic Duels. So I do hope you enjoyed the previous episode, because today we are back again with some more black-white hidden tokens. Alright, without further ado, let's get into the games. See you there. Alright, we're in, and yeah, we've got our combo here. We've got the lands to do things with it as well, so sure, why not? We could do with a way to trigger hidden stockpile, but I'm sure we'll find something. Alright, let's just go Swamp and Goo. Turn 2 stockpile, turn 3 anointed priest, so hopefully we find evolving wilds. It's the best way to trigger stockpile on 3 with an anointed priest. I find, at least. Well, it's not there yet. We'll go hidden stockpile, slam it down while he's tapped out. Really good against control, because if they can't take it off the board, then it just constantly pumps out creatures, which is really annoying for them. I expect this is mill though, so it won't be so much of an issue. Ooh, Sun-Scorched Desert. Maybe a burn deck of some sort. Yeah, Thermo Alchemist. Burn's gonna struggle a little bit, especially if we get our stockpile underway. And there's the Evolving Wilds. Absolute nuts. Alright, let's go with our Anointed Priest. Gives us life whenever tokens enter, and we're gonna go get our double black. And trigger the revolt, and we'll gain 1 life back up to 20. So I'm pretty sure we can keep on top of this Thermo Alchemist, and if we can keep on top of the Alchemist's damage, then we'll essentially just gain life until he's got no cards left in hand, which is going to be pretty sweet. Today's soundtrack, by the way, for anybody who's curious, is Halo Reach. A very enjoyable Halo game. Yesterday's was Halo ODST. Don't know if you guys noticed that. Oh, maybe it's a weird prowess deck. Yeah, Halo ODST. An underrated Halo game in my opinion. Alright. He's just taking that expedite value for the trigger, I guess. That's fine, I suppose. He's left at colourless mana, so we've got no issues whatsoever as far as interactions concerned. So I think we've got Sram's expertise into read the bones and refill our hand. The only issue with that is we don't trigger revolt, but then again we get 3 servos, so really does it matter? I don't think so. Sram's expertise, read the bones. Gains 3 life, then we scry 2, draw 2 and lose 2. So we only gain 1 out of all of this, but that's fine. Undoing all of our life loss on that start stuff is pretty sweet. Westvale Abbey will keep. And we get another land, so we're actually set up to Ormondal very soon. And yeah, might as well attack for 2. You can only block 1 of it. There's no colourless interaction here. So he's just going to tap, deal 1 to us. And he's going to need to answer our board state here in order for us to not Ormondal very soon. Another Alchemist. Alright. Fair enough. Oketra's Monument. That could be what we slam down this turn, actually. We could go Monument into Eiley. We don't trigger our revolt on the hidden stockpile again, but again, does it really matter? We generate enough tokens for him to not be able to just ping 1 off and stop the Westvale Abbey. Yeah, that seems fine by me. Value. Also, we gain 1 life from the Monument and the Anointed Priest combo. We really have got the nuttiest draw here. Okay, so he needs a wipe at this point. Otherwise, he's in a lot of deep trouble. That or a bounce spell for the Westvale Abbey, because that would also suck pretty badly. Okay, so he blocks 2 damage. Pings us for 1, takes 3. A burn deck that's on lower life than us is a very good sign indeed. It's actually a Jeskai deck as well. I didn't even notice the white mana that he'd placed down there. Needle Spires, so does he have a Radiant Flames here? Radiant Flames would be really good for him. I think it's probably worth the Alchemist loss there. Although he could just do it for 2 and do a pretty effective sweep. It's just going to be a Saheeli. Okay. Ticking up, scrying 1 and dealing 1 to us. So have we just won? I think we maybe have. Not immediately, of course, but... we're in just such a good position at this point. Another priest. Right, well, it's going to be Westvale Abbey. Sacrifice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And swing all at our opponent. I really don't care about Saheeli here. 18-point life swing over the top. Death touch if he wants to block. I think this is just too much pressure for him, really. He's going to double block the priest. Sure. We're tapped out. I mean, there ain't no tricks here. And we also trigger Revolt as well, so we're going to get a servo back, if that's even slightly relevant, which pretty much it's not. But we gain another life from the priest, up to 26. Blocker back for any hasty creatures, so we can maybe go for a pretty much flawless victory here. He needs an answer for the Ormondal, and it cannot be burn, it has to be bounce in this case because he is indestructible. Could have exile. The white mana there could be Declaration in Stone. Angelic Purge maybe, I don't know. Insult. It's not going to be enough, although it is a pretty sweet combo. So he hits us for 3, untaps them all, goes Insult, and then hits us for 6. And then he's got 2 mana left open. And I'm pretty sure that there's nothing in 2 mana that could deal the last little bit of damage, but... cool little deck from our opponent. But it ain't gonna do. Alright, end step. Here comes all of the Alchemist players. He's just actually just gonna go for the one that's gonna die. Fair enough. Well. We've got to play like this is a bounce spell. It's pretty much not, but... got to assume it is. Let's go Anoint a Priest, get a token, get some life. Because if it's a bounce spell, he's not just dead. I guess we actually just swing. All at you. And blocks, no answers, he's dead. Not too bad at all. Alright, let's go for another game. Alright, we're in, and 2-lander with a lot of odd things. It doesn't really do a great deal, and it lowers the odds of us drawing extra lands without Evolving Wilds. I'm going to throw it back. This one is perfectly acceptable, although not amazing. We'll go Evolving Wilds, we'll crack it, we've got plenty of lands, so this time we'll go get a Swamp. Next time we'll go get a Plains, but we'll drop down the Anointed Priest, I think, on turn 2. Into Bond 2, turn 3. Let's see what we want to do from there. He's playing Burn, so... ugh. Initially, it's probably going to be a little bit awkward for us. But I think that we are favoured in this matchup, if we can get set up enough. Against an aggro creature strategy, less likely. Okay, Sunscorched Desert. Takes us to 19 into Blood Rage Brawler with no mana left open for a Fiery Temper. It's just a straight downside. Discards a land. Does have a 4/3 though, so at the end of the day, you know, it's pretty solid. Ooh, hidden stockpile. Okay, we'll go with that. Cracker Evolving Wilds, trigger Revolt, gain some life, and we'll start doing that for a little while. And we got black last time. We got double black. We need double white. There we go. And pass. Token comes in. We go back up to 20. We're going to take the 4, I think. We need this token around to constantly sack. Ember Hauler. Does it cost 1 mana to kill it? Okay. We're a mana short of being able to Bontu with the sack option open. But we can sack the hidden stockpile in order to let him block. Sack with the hidden stockpile on the server, should I say. So we can block with Bontu on the Blood Rage Brawler next turn. There's not really too much you can do about that, short of sacking the Ember Hauler in response. Okay. Bontu's down. We'll pass the turn. And it's our turn now, so we do get to block with Bontu. It would have probably been ideal for him to actually sack and take that servo out, so that we couldn't block with Bontu and he could get in with his Brawler. But I don't know what's in his hands, so might have a better idea. Ah, Uncrop Crasher, Cartouche. Stops the servo from blocking. Yeah, we'll sack it now. Actually, there's no point sacking it, because he's going to exert the Crasher. Stop Bontu from blocking as well. So we need a... Oh, he's not. Well, now we sack. Land on top, because we get to wipe the board. And... I think we take out the Crasher. I like the ability to block. Okay, we go down to 9. A virtual 7 with the Hauler, though. We know we're drawing into a land, so we could wipe the board and keep Bontu around, even swing in for 4. I feel maybe throwing out Eiley would be effective enough as a deterrent for him. I need something to sack, though, is the issue. And ideally, I want to keep Anointed Priest on the board. So I think we'll play Eiley down. We've got life gain in response to removal. We're not blocking there. That's the thing we're going to sack if we do sack anything. Because we can embalm it back as a token. Okay. Desert takes us to 8. Cartouche stops something from blocking. It's going to be Bontu. And Cartouche stops Eiley from blocking. Wow. Okay. Swinging for 9. All we can do is block and do that. Never on top. And gonna have to sacrifice Bontu. And it's board wipe time at this point. Okay. So you can't top deck anything worth 6 power, I'm almost certain of it. I'm also wondering whether or not if we maybe go... We take 2 down to 4 here because of the Ember Hauler. And then we get a hidden stockpile servo. We're getting in for 2. I was wondering about Read the Bones into Never, but it relies on us hitting a land drop. And I'm not confident about that happening. Planar Outburst. Clear the board. See if we can stabilize from here. Ember Hauler in response. Hits us to 4. He's going to need Lathnu Hellions and things like that. But even then, we have a blocker. Exquisite Firecraft would do it. Okay. That's a 2-1. We will block. Because we're going to embalm out the Anoint a Priest. And we've got an Evolving Wilds to trigger to gain some life. Okay. Crack that, go get another Plains. Or actually even a Swamp, because we've got a lot of black mana here. And we're going to pass. Gain 1 life from the hidden stockpile as well as a servo. We may just have stabilized. Yeah, he's had enough. It's not over yet though. You never scoop. Unless that's a land. Then it might be a little bit upsetting. It's a Bomat Courier. Okay. Another Evolving Wild, so I don't have to sack this servo in response. So I can swing in for 2 here. You can chump if he likes. He doesn't. So we go Evolving Wilds, crack it for a Plains. Which triggers a Revolt, which gets us a token, takes us up to 7. This will take us to 5, which means we're not dead to a big burn spell. And could draw us into nice answers. We'll see. Pious Evangel and Srarm's Expertise. I will take both of those. Just wondering whether or not I never this Bomat Courier. He plays what he wants. Gets through and then sacks it to get an extra card, so we'll take it out. You can deny him card advantage, even if it is small. And it's a carry Zev. Okay, hard to block, but not difficult to deal with. We get more lands. Does that mean I can Pious Evangel and then Srarm's Expertise? It does. So we will. We gain more life this way. Srarm's Expertise, gain 3 servos, which is 6 life. And we'll swing with our servos and sack the one that he blocks. Which will gain us 2 life. Wow, this got close. No, he's just going to let it go through, so sack the tap token. I'll take a Never. Controlling his board is fine. Because as long as he can't actually develop a board state and we keep gaining life this way, there's just absolutely no way he can win. Okay, so he blocks, first strike damage takes effect, then he takes 1, 2, 3. He might have pump spells, so I'm just going to block everything on Karazev here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Take 2 from the token, but whatever. Fiery Temper takes us to 9, unless he's going for the Evangel. Fair enough. It's probably for the best. Works out a lot of life in the long run. But we're going to swing for 5. Life gain takes it. Wonderful. Sack a token. Militia Captain. Yeah, sure, why not? Pass the turn, gain a token, gain a life, up to 13. Swing again. What's your card in hand? It's probably a dead card of some sort, one would imagine. Play our captain down. Although we probably shouldn't do, just in case another Radiant Flames comes in, or actually not a Radiant Flames, a Kozilek's Return. Anguished Unmaking. Bottom that. We've already got the removal that we need. And it seems as though we have won. Crasher coming down. Can get that final suicidal swing in if it wants. Doesn't. We get our captain. Big Un. Ooh, Anointed Procession just in time to not need to be used. Alright. Swing with everything, except for you. Go. Alright. We take him down for another game. Wonderful. This deck is pretty sweet and a ton of fun to play. Alright guys, well actually I'm going to end it off here, so I hope you have enjoyed the video, and if you have then be sure to like and subscribe to support the channel and the series as it keeps on going. And if you want to get notifications when I release new videos as well, you can hit that little bell icon right next to the subscription button, and that will give you the notifications you require. I do hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.